Hey everybody, it's Body Bags here with Trey Johnson, who just made second place at our tournament playing the craziest deck. Everybody wanted to see what this guy was doing. What did you play today?
First place in Swiss too. Yeah, so I played Dark Calling, I don't know, Rock, Fiend, good stuff. I think we called it Caius and his pet rock is what we named it.
I like that. I like that.
So yeah, we'll start with the good rocks, I suppose. 3 Guardian, tribute to negate. In the end phase, you have to reveal a rock, but it doesn't matter.
It's like Doom Caliber Knight.
Yeah, but not mandatory.
Right. Yeah, true.
Which matters, and
it totally matters.
I'll tell you why later. It clearly matters, but super matters in this deck. Okay. 3 Fossil Dyna. This is in like every side deck anyway.
That's in the main deck?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Well,
okay.
We play rock good stuff.
Yeah, true.
So we also a rock.
Also a rock good guy. I love that guy.
So from there, we're playing
Gaia Plate.
3 Gaia Plate and 3 Gigantes. These are your banishers. So Gigantes can banish an Earth to summon itself, and then if it's destroyed by battle, it's Heavy Storm, which comes up sometimes. The nice thing is that he activates in damage step, so you can't Starlight Road him, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gaia Plate, you banish 2 rocks to summon it, and then it has a maintenance cost every standby phase to banish another one. But his effect is, should I explain it? It's great.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I think a lot of these cards people might not have seen before.
Yeah, so Gaia Plate halves the opponent's monster. It applies in damage calc, step 4, but does not activate. The cool thing is that he beats both Kalut and Honest for no reason. So I know there is no start of damage calc, but he will apply immediately going into damage calc, have the opponent's monster. Then a chain will start where they can, Kalut or Honest or whatever, and that card will resolve. And then Gaia Plate will resolve a second time because reasons. I don't know why it's ruled that way. That's how it's ruled on Edison format.
It's kind of like an aura type effect. It says always present sort of thing. Yeah.
It came up once in my game in my round 1, and I ended up losing that particular game anyway. But it's cool. The important part is that he's a big guy and he's gets rocks banished, and we'll show that later. So there's your rock good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Only play the good ones. Jujitsu Master is good too, but I don't think he's as good in this deck. So with the Fiend good stuff, we have Sangan, which you'll notice searches like half of those guys.
Yeah, true.
Gors, needs no introduction. Doomcal. So Doomcal is really hit or miss. He gets sided out a lot, but he is big and has a relatively good effect, so you still play him at 1. Trag obviously isn't going to add any attack to Dark Gaia, as you'll see later, but I mean, it helps give you defense, and in a pinch, he gets you there. And then 3 Caius, because Caius is a good card.
Caius and his rocks. Pet rock.
Caius and his pet rock. So the glue that kind of gets all of this stuff together is that you play an entire mill engine. So with that, you're playing Card Trooper, 3 Hamster, 3 Raikou, 1 Lila, and 1 Charge. And the idea is that you just want to fuel your graveyard with rocks so that you can banish them for like Gigantes and stuff. You can also special Gigantes and then like tribute it for Caius, and that's pretty free. Yeah, I mean, fuel it with the rocks, fuel it with the fiends, do all of that stuff. And then these are just also generically good cards, like this just pops a card, this a back row, this also pops a card, this searches cards that pop cards, this, draws you a card. Like, these are all just good cards.
Yeah, they are.
That also just happen to mill. Right. This is also a good thing to tribute for Caius, so, this is a good thing to tribute for Caius if that comes up. So,
yeah, very true.
And then what makes it all work your 3 Dark Calling.
Dark Calling, yeah.
Which will summon Dark Gaia. I guess I'll explain.
Yeah, you can
Dark,
just explain him now, yeah.
So, Dark Gaia, he takes a Fiend monster and a Rock monster, and is sort of 2 relevant effects. One is that he gains the attack of the materials used to summon it, which you may have noticed some of the Fiends and some of the Rocks are really big. So he can get really, really big. Dark Calling is essentially Miracle Fusion for
Dark Fusion.
Yeah, for Dark Fusion. So it lets you banish from your graveyard or your hand to your Fiends and Rocks. So the hand stuff, I mean, it comes up in a pinch, but that's the whole idea, is that you use your mills to get your Fiends and Rocks in the graveyard and summon this guy. But he's more like a useful option in the deck. He is not necessary because all of your cards are good cards anyway. Like, I think I summoned him in like half of my games.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah, he's crazy.
You summon him when you can, but like, he is not necessary to win you the game.
Gotcha.
So we'll move on to the spell cards here, I suppose.
Yeah. Dark. Dark Gaia. Yeah, it was in the name. Yeah. Got it.
So, spell cards are pretty simple. Heavy Storm, MST, Brain Control. Brain Control Caius is guy. You know, it's good. You want your back row hate, especially for silly stuff like some people main deck oppression. You know, it comes up.
Yeah.
You know, they're good cards.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
play good cards. So
true.
The other thing that kind of gets this whole deck and makes it make sense, your trap card lineup.
Ooh, show us what those are.
Yeah. Call of the Haunted needs no introduction. It's obviously really strong with a lot of the, as you noticed, a lot of these Rocks and Fiends are really big, so you can summon those. Grand Mole is something you could summon. Card Trooper is something you could summon. Lila is something you could summon. Fossil Dyna is, you know, you could just negate a special summon with that. You know, you can summon Gaia Plate. You can summon Guardian, and that's another negate. So Call of the Haunted is a good card. Now, Release from Stone is Call of the Haunted copies 2, 3, and 4. It is for Rock monsters from the Banished pile. Now, you might read it and...
I don't think I've ever seen this card, to be honest.
so you might read it and read Release from Stone, but actually this card is Vanity's Emptiness. Your opponent will activate an effect to special summon, you will chain Release from Stone, and you will summon a banished copy of Fossil Dyna, and they will be sad. This card is crazy. And, you know, you can also just summon Big Guy, you can summon Negate, you know, like, do whatever you want. This card's crazy. This card also needs no introduction. I had a game where I summoned a Dark Gaia that was 55, and he was like, oh, I can't let that resolve, he torrentialed me. And I just go, okay, flip, summon,
Gaia Plate,
Gaia Plate, Caius, Guardian.
Yeah.
And I was at 900 at that point. I paid 450, and he was at 8K.
Oh my god.
And I just
lights out.
Yeah. This card just won me the game right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This deck is cool.
Just for no reason. And that's the main deck. The main deck's the important part. I think the side deck needs some tinkering, but
okay.
We'll go over it anyway.
Sure, yeah.
Do we want to do side or extra first?
We'll do the extra first.
Sure.
Just see what's in there. And...
Yeah, so we play 2 Dark Gaia because the third's never going to come up.
That's just the main guy?
You should play 3 of this. I just don't own a third copy. So it never came up. Like, you mill so much, and you have no way of recurring your Dark Calling, so, like, it's just, like, it didn't come up today. It's come up, I don't think it's ever come up in the entire time I've played the deck. When I get punished, I will play a third copy.
There you go.
So, you play all these synchro guys because they're synchro guys, I guess, and they look cool. So, yeah,
they do look cool.
You don't play tuners in this deck. So,
yeah.
Trag is like the only way that any of that comes up.
And maybe the brain control, I guess.
Yeah, like, and then one of those because you don't play Hydra though. Well, maybe you should, but I don't know. The side deck felt weird today, but
Well,
it worked
you
out.
just needed the main deck. You don't need 2 extra decks. You just need the 1 deck.
Yeah. Oh, also playing less than 15 is base, so just do that.
True.
Double trap stun for the side deck here. I really liked this card. It this card came crazy clutch against a Vayu Turbo player. He trap dust shooted me in the draw phase. I chained the trap stun. He held a torrential in his back row for like a really long time that game because he just never felt like he was getting value off it.
Did he forget that he played it?
No, like he knew he had it.
Okay.
It was just that he always had monsters.
Yeah.
So when he trap dust shooted, I went, okay, trap stun, and then I just summoned everybody and just killed him.
Yeah.
And he had a torrential in his back row that never got used.
That's cool.
This card's
Play your torrentials. Do it.
there's an argument to play Royal Decree, but for me, I liked the trap stun better because of your Call of the Haunted release from stone stuff, and you don't want to like, you
want to be able to turn it on and off when you want to.
Yes, yeah, and so that was sort of the idea. True came up once today. It's also kind of good with like Call of the Haunted release from stone because you can like you can sometimes summon like Sangan or Card Trooper off of Call of the Haunted, Giant Trunade, and then like get your value that way.
Yeah, true.
Which can be good.
Is this one of those other cards that just turns off your opponent's back row?
And then you
push?
just kill them. Yeah. So, Torrential Mirror Force, decide those for going second and, trying not to die. Dust Shoot, decide that for going first and trying not to die. Compulse, probably should bump this up. I have a couple recommendations on what I would...
Yeah, we can go over that if you like.
What I would change to more compulses. Compulse is just so flexible. It's like good going first and going second against the synchro decks. Like, yeah. I played double pulling the rug. You could maybe go down to 1, but I think this was good. It came up a couple of times, and when it came up, it's it's pulling the rug.
On the decks that you want pulling the rug, you probably want to.
Yeah. So that was fine. This is the one that, like, it just didn't. I feel like Compulse is just going to be more flexible, maybe. I had Sidras here, and I didn't like playing Sidra because for some it never really baited out back row the way I wanted it to, and also it's like I kind of want them to be using their deep prisons and bottomlesses on my like Guardians and that type of stuff because I can just get them back with like my stuff. So yeah. This probably should be Compulse, but maybe one of them should be Compulse, one of them should be something else. I don't know. This side deck was kind of a mess. Soul Release, it's a good card. Maybe I should bump it to 2. I don't know. I thought it was fine.
I see people playing 1.
And then I played the double DD Crow. I guess DD Crow is better in sort of the Vayu Turbo matchups where like they're using everything in their graveyard like immediately, or like the zombie matchups where Soul Release is kind of less strong because this is better against like frogs and stuff and heroes where you can like get rid of their entire. Also, Soul Release is kind of cool because it's like a double.
You can banish your own stuff.
You can banish your own rocks.
Stone,
and then summon
That's
them all
cool.
right back.
I do like that. Yeah, maybe 2 is good. I don't know.
I played the second Doom Cow. This is like the most like polarized card in the deck. Like when it's good, it is crazy strong. When it's bad, it is it's terrible. So I wanted to explain earlier about the Nombo with this card. For some reason, this is mandatory in Edison. It's not mandatory anywhere else, but in Edison it is. So if you have both of these on the field, you can't attack with this. So, obviously it never came up today.
Yeah, but, a little anti-synergy though. It's weird.
I did have one situation today where I think I had a Doom Cal and a Raiko in hand, and I had a big Dark Gaia, and I was like, wow, it would be really nice to summon a monster negate right now. I can't do that.
Right.
But it's good where it's good, and so you should play it. So.
True.
Yeah, that's the deck profile.
Awesome. Well, you killed it today. It's good to see you back in the top 8 in second place, no less.
Heck yeah.
Do you have any shout outs today?
Yeah. Shout out to my boys, Team Top Cut, and all of the curio friends, mostly the Edison ones, because none of my stinky modern friends played in any of the Edison stuff. So and every time I ask them for help, they're like, you do whatever you want, Trey. So yeah, I think that's my shout out.
Cool, man. Well, you did great today, and we can't wait to see you next time.
Absolutely.
Cool. Catch you later.